Danielle Smith, Premier of Alberta, is failing. She's failing the province, she's failing the country, and she's failing ethics. She already has been a fringe dangerous person who has sucked up to the likes of Tucker Carlson, who is a Russian asset, to Jordan Peterson, who is a fringe misogynist, and of course to Donald Trump. But on top of all this, right in the middle of a national election, at a time when the country is remarkably united against a genuine existential threat, she's talking about Alberta's sovereignty. Like, not even the Bloc Québécois are talking about independence at the moment. Yet she's bringing this up and stirring the pot, and she's made all these demands about oil and gas. Now, I'm an Albertan. I'm a proud Albertan. I was educated at the University of Calgary, for crying out loud. But I live in the national park, and I work in an industry that is also under threat. Obviously, tourism in my case. If you're a farmer, canola is under a huge threat. Yet she's making all these demands only about oil and gas. Now, standing up for that industry is important. It's important for our country. It's important for sovereignty. But her agenda is so skewed in one direction. And of course, she has that Minister Lowe, who's Parks, Alberta Parks, has his outfitting company that he's spun off, and now they're letting them hunt everything in our province. It is just so stunning. But she might end up scuttling Poilievre's ship, who's the leader, of course, of the Conservative Party, and 2 months ago had a 20-point lead, and now is probably slightly behind Mark Carney and the Liberals, because it's slogan chanting and it's this fake populism mimicking Trump. We don't need that in Canada. We need a genuine conversation about the future and the health of the country, our partnerships around the world. But this grandstanding, and again, I'll come back to this point with you, Ms. Smith, that when you went after trans kids, 1 in 300 people, one way or another in our province and our country, fall in that. When you go after that, rather than fixing healthcare, you're already a failed leader. So when you yell sovereignty, it is time that you step down, step away, and let Albertans participate with the rest of the country in this national conversation about how we're moving forward, particularly under a dark cloud of a menacing threat from the south.